Yeah, and there you see Ray taking the level ups a lot earlier than normal. That was like a exceedingly amount, or like way too much XP that he had coming out of P5, way above average. GTM having a lot cleaner of a fight though. It's gonna save a little time there.
GTM was face palming a bit there.
And Ray got the river monster skip first try. Pretty nice spawn, didn't have to wait. Just gonna ferry past the Wilsons. Ray not going for the double ferry here, so he's gonna save it for the Tektite room, I guess. The 6 count was set up for a Tektite too. That's something I've been like mentioning is if you know your 6 count is set up for like the next 3 enemies outside of P5. Let's see if GTM gets the river monster.
Very nice.
He gets it as well, nice. If your 6 count is set up for the next 3 monsters out of P5, it might be beneficial to you to cast Fairy twice in the other 2 fixed encounters with the fences, and then cast Fire in the Tektite room to get a 6 drop. If you get a red jar there, then you don't have to actually take a magic level up in New Kasuto, which actually saves time over everything, unless you get hit by these Tektites like so often that you take like too many back boosts. But with Fire, you're killing them, so.
That's an interesting idea.
That's the reason why Air actually does that strat. He usually has a 6 count set up on the Tektites. But, I mean, you don't have to necessarily do that, because you're going to know when your 6 counts are out of P5. There's so many large enemies in there, so if you're not set up for it, then it might be better just to cast Fairy there.
Well, I like to have my my drop be the first thing after P5 also, but I don't kill anything until I'm most of the way through Palace 6, and I try to get the jar right there before the lava room.
Yep, that's a really good idea as well. So you don't have to worry about the 50-50 chance later.
Yep.
You have 2 50-50 chances in the same room. GTM killing everything in that room anyways. It's funny because I was commentating with him earlier and I mentioned that strat, so I think he just kind of adopted it regardless of his 6 count. We need more Fire on Tektite strats.
Well, both players in the same town, but this is a very long town, the longest time spent in a town in the whole game. He's going to Fairy in the first one. I think he's got enough for Fairy on the second item as well.
Yep, he does.
Yep.
Even if he was like a hair off, as soon as he grabs the item, he would have enough magic, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, went a little too far there.
He was very hyped about the melons. Too much melon sight.
Oh, there you go.
GTM casting spell right on the doorway. He's just showing us he knows exactly where that doorway is. Ray making it through the Tektite room pretty clean there, and then he's gonna come out on the slink area. See if he pauses in the right place to go for it. Yes, he does. But he moved a little too quickly there.
Yep, he needed to hesitate just a little longer, and he walked a little bit far on the second pause buffer. Again, it's about knowing exactly what square the encounter is going to trigger on, and you got to pause before you've already chosen your next direction.
Mm-hmm. So this is where GTM can kind of start closing in. Like I said, he's a little bit better at the slink strats out here than a lot of other players. He's actually done safe state practice with it. So we'll see if he starts to close in at least a little bit. He has a whole room and then overworld and then heart container behind, so.
He moved just a slightly bit too early.
Yep.
But he knew exactly where to pause for the second encounter.
Yes, he did, and still got encounters in the same.
Yeah.
Probably could have
rough.
dodged right and made it, but it's tough
I think
to...
so.
No?
I said I think so, sorry.
Yeah.
It is hard to determine
It's easy for us to say, but when you're actually
that.
playing...
Exactly. Ray going for the safe strats there, and then the bubble follows him anyways. He's freaking out.
Yeah, if you're gonna do the safe strats, you can't hesitate any more than the minimum amount it takes you to break that block. The idea is you get that thing to bounce to the left and get despawned off the left side of the screen.
Oh, and he's killing that iron knuckles, so he's not gonna have a second shot at getting the red jar.
That's not so good. I believe he can take a death abuse, but that's just going to be a time loss.
He only has 2 lives remaining, so if he takes a death abuse here, he's not gonna have one for GP.
Yeah. I've mentioned he is a player that doesn't go for the death abuse in GP unless totally necessary, but I don't think he wants to take it here for sure. I guess he could get lucky with a blue jar drop.
Well, there's still one statue coming up.
Right, that's
For
true.
your 50% chance.
And then you cast more magic trying to get it.
Yeah, but if you have to death abuse anyway, it's not
That's
that
true.
bad.
That's true. Well, if he were to get a blue jar right now, he would have enough magic to cast fairy twice. He just wouldn't have jump for the boss. Which I don't know if he's comfortable with fighting Barba without jump, but all you would have to do is get underneath Barba basically and just kind of upstab his head for a safe kill.
Ray just queued up jump spell, so I think he's gonna try to go for it.
Yep. So he will have to death abuse later for sure. If he doesn't get that, of course.
I think both players still have quite a few lives left, right? More than just an extra one.
I think Ray only has an extra one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he only has the one. And then he got that red IK. He's gonna have the death abuse.
Yep.
I wonder if he'll go for that one up here. I can't see him going for the one up, but I wonder if he wants to play it that safe.
And GTM just fell into...
The Canadian pit.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, he's Canadian, so...
Yeah, it's fitting for GTM.
And Ray does not get a blue jar drop, very unluckily.
Yeah. It looks like his magic, is it slightly below 4 bars? It looks kind of like it is. So he wouldn't have enough even with the blue jar for 2 fairy casts by like the tiniest margin.
Yep, these, oh, taking the death. Wait,
He should have taken the death on
later.
the other side.
exactly. Well, that's okay. There's still enough magic, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't make too big of a difference.
No, it doesn't really matter.
It might even have been faster to take it on this side, to be honest. The side that he
Yeah,
did.
now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so because he doesn't have the screen transition. That's true. Ray knows. He cast jump here and he got the red IK. GTM's not happy. He's gonna have to take a death abuse as well. The only thing is,
Fancy.
yeah. The only thing is, ooh, nice stealing walk there. Ray's just has no lives, so this is very risky. My neighbors upstairs tend to drop things at this time, I guess.
Oh, GTM using the spell strats, but didn't have all the heads on the screen when you did it.
Yeah, I don't believe he's very used to that, or casting it that late.
Yeah, that's something I didn't see people start doing until this tournament started happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is some relatively new tech. Alright, here goes. Whoa, GTM. Is that an intentional death?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't see where he was at.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
His magic has completely gone. In fact, he needed the blue jar that he got just to cast spell.
Whoa. Ray's doing some
Ray.
interesting stuff. Yeah, I like to already have Link hanging most of the way off that ledge and do an almost straight up jump. Just slight movement to the side just to prevent you from getting too much momentum and getting carried too far.
Yeah, and if you jump as soon as you see the head of Barba start to rise out of the lava, usually it's pretty good timing.
Yep, music is a great cue for that. Just wait,
That's true.
It'll hit the highest note. This after the second time, it's 2 beats after that. Or no, it's 1 beat after that.
Yeah. I was actually messing with standing on the very, very right side of that screen and then transitioning over to the left based off an audio cue, just to do it for the race in case I had more lives to spare. I don't know if I'll actually do it though. So yeah, this is where we're gonna see Ray just doing pure personal best strats right now, which is delaying that magic, not casting any in VOD, maybe spell once because you can get a 1 blue jar pretty easily.
Let's see.
But yeah, he's gonna be
GTM's
saving his magic.
Oh, GTM taking much more traditional strats.
But still getting 1 cycle.
Yep.
At attack 8, you should be able to... Attack 8, you have 2 other options for fighting this guy in 1 cycle without having to do Jackhammer. So there's plenty of things to choose from.
Yep.
If I were Ray and I was this far ahead, I would probably be casting Fairy on this bridge, both bridges, and then going for the red jar.
That's true. He is very comfortable with what he's doing, so it might be beneficial to not change up his strats.
Okay.
If he casted Fairy all the time, I think he would
But see,
definitely benefit from it.
you'll see in a second.
Oh, there you go. Yep. I wonder if he'll go for the red jar drop now.
Hopefully it doesn't despawn it.
Mm-hmm. Got the skip barely.
Got this skip.
That's like one thing. It's like if you don't do a certain strat all the time, yeah, he got the jar. That's nice.
Of course, yeah.
It's kind of hard to determine if you should change it up at this point or just do what you're normally used to. Because sometimes when you just change something up, you're not used to it and you fail because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always hard to just determine what you should be doing. But he ended up losing time for not being safe, so...
And now he's actually taken the magic thrifty way of doing it, trying to do this with nothing but his upstab. Here he queues up spell but doesn't use it. He's spending some time fighting these things.
Oh, when he
Ooh,
gets
good.
P-bag, that's unlucky.
Yeah. A
He
jar
wouldn't
here.
have been able to benefit from it anyways, but...
A little bit of magic, I think, helps. Maybe cast spell for the scorpion, or just like little things you can
Yeah,
do.
but he was full and he had just finally killed everything, so he would have
Oh, I
gotten
see.
no magic refill from it.
Okay.
He would have, like, it would have benefited him if he had already cast spell.
And I have to say that casting spell on the scorpion is not a nice thing to do.
It is pretty rude.
The only good thing to do is what Ray just did. You have to pass through and let the scorpion live.
Passive strats. Didn't get the encounter skip on the last VOD.
Oh.
See if it,
Ray missing the encounter skip twice.
Twice.
GTM not having too much problem, though. He's doing fine.
This is interesting. This might get really close again really soon.
Yeah, since GTM has enough lives to get a Death Abuse, he can use all his magic in Valley of Death, so he's actually moving through it faster than Ray was.
Yep. And if he makes it to that skip and hits the skip without any more encounters, he just annihilated all his rooms with spell. And didn't have to deal with any MOA heads. Or MOA eyeballs, sorry. Ooh, next gave him
GTM taking some scorpion damage.
Ray just entering GP on pace for a 120. I like a mid 120 right now.
And he's using Fairy right off the bat. I like using Fairy here when I've got extra lives and full magic and all that. And he has not taken his magic 8 yet. So in another, 18 experience, he's going to have a level up. So he's going to get it probably from one of these wave flying heads, one of those unicorn heads, or he'll get it from a snake.
That's interesting, because he's one of the players that delays it, so he's going to depend on red jar drops a lot later. Or maybe even just grabbing the 1-up. Not sure. GTM taking the magic refill right before GP, so same deal with him, except for he has a lot more magic to work with.
Well, let's see if Ray accidentally kills one of these heads in this room. Oh, and there it goes.
And he has to... Nice. I was gonna say, he has to be careful too, because if he gets hit by one, then he loses XP. He kind of sat there for a second. I wonder if he knew.
Yeah, I think he wasn't expecting to get it.
Huh.
Ray getting great RNG in this room with the Red Bird Knight.
Yeah, that was awesome. Just the bot, of course.
Yeah, bots will always troll you.
So Ray technically could just go through all... Oh, no, he's casting life, so he's not just going to go through all the rest of this with the magic he has.
Yeah, that would be rough.
It's quite doable, but
yeah,
I understand not wanting to risk that in a race when this is your last life.
Yeah, and if he doesn't use any more magic, he could actually go, well, not need to get the last red jar, but he casted shield, so...
Yeah, he could have kind of like milked that refill he had going there if he cast jump and then cast it again in this room, so that it would keep refilling. He could actually have full magic here.
Yeah, because getting the red jar he got is faster than trying to get the red jars just before Thunderbird.
Yeah. GTM gets the red jar first try. So GTM's just going to be able to kind of do strats he's used to and have high health and then death abuse later. So as long as Ray doesn't need to grab a magic refill later, he should stay ahead. But if he has to grab the magic refill, then it's going to close in very fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen some people getting horrible luck with the magic jar right at the end of this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ray's going for the 1-up.
The 1-up, alright.
And he's going to Fairy to get there, to be extra safe. This is a pretty horrible room, actually. There's more lava plus bots.
Yeah, 2 of the worst things in this game.
Yeah, he may even Fairy again. Oh yeah, he Fairies again. Not even going to mess with this.
Smart, honestly.
Yeah, because he knows he's going to death abuse soon anyway.
Yep, and he can cast jump right here if he wants to. That's probably what I would do. Makes this spicy chicken a little easier to pass. He's going to go with shield, though.
Yeah, I cast jump there as well, but I haven't seen many people do it.
Yes, GTM had a terrible pattern there and took a death. That's unfortunate, because he was starting to catch up there with Ray going out of the way.
And he had enough magic to cast life there. He just didn't have it queued up, I think.
Oh, no. And there's the death abuse, thanks to that 1-up doll that he just got. It's going to take a failure at Thunderbird or Darklink for for Ray to not win over GTM here.
Right. GTM's at least looking comfortable with magic and health.
A death during the Thunderbird? Well, yeah, one more death and he's done for. But that's really the only thing that can happen now.
Was a pretty good Thunderbird fight.
Wonder why GTM went for the red jar there.
How much did he have? Oh, he just wanted to refill his life, I guess.
I guess he wanted to have shield for later. He doesn't realize that he has enough magic to cast everything.
Yeah, you could still have cast Reflect and Jump.
He's not casting
Yeah.
jump here.
And he's got Thunderbird out of. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta.
A lot of pattern.
And Ray finishes with a 121.15.
And boom. Not bad. Good game to Ray. A lot of risk in that run.
And now GTM coming into Dark Link. So very close here, very close.
Yeah, that was a great race. That was incredibly close the whole time.
Yep, definitely the most consistently close race we've had. Absolutely.
Both players down to last lives here at the end too.
Well, if you've managed your resources properly, you should be down to your last life.
Yep. GTM definitely had like quite a few extra lives entering GP though. Or at least VOD. Good game.
Very nice.
I actually need to bow out so I can go set up myself.
Alright, yeah, one of our racers for this next race here.
Alright, good game guys and good commentating.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
I will see you guys later.